Hey guys, it's
Hi.
Faye Caroline here again today with another buddy review.
Whoop, whoop.
And so this month we were reading
Da, da, da.
Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson.
It was Sloane who yanked Emily out of her shell and made life 100% interesting. But right before what should have been the most epic summer, Sloane just disappears. All she leaves behind is a to-do list.
On it, 13 Sloane-inspired tasks that Emily would normally never try. But what if they could bring her best friend back? Apple picking at night? Okay, easy enough.
Dancing until dawn? Sure, why not?
Kiss a stranger?
Emily now has this unexpected summer, and the help of Frank, Porter, totally unexpected, who checks things off Sloane's list. Who knows what she'll find?
Go skinny dipping? Wait, what? So we start with the easiest question of them all. What were your initial thoughts?
I loved it. Really enjoyed it. It's quite a big book, but I actually read it in just a couple of sittings. I just devoured it, just gobbled it all up. Nom, 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 nom. But it's just, you know.
It was the best book ever. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun, and I mean there are bits where I was just like, oh my god, I'm so irritated. But then I just really enjoyed it, and it was Morgan Matson, and I really like Morgan Matson. I think she did a really good job on this one as well. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Okay, well that was really easy.
This is the quickest initial thoughts we've ever done. It's good, guys. Read it.
Question number 2 is, what item on the list did you most enjoy reading about? So first, to decide this, we're going to read you the list. So the items that were in the story: kiss a stranger, go skinny dipping, steal something, break something, Penelope, ride a down horse, cowpack, 55th Street, South Avenue, Artemona, the backless dress, and something to wear it, and somewhere to wear it. Even dance until dawn, share some secrets in the dark, hug a Jamie, apple picking at night, and sleep under the stars. Which one was your favourite?
Oh, there's loads that I really enjoyed, and a lot of them are all because they were related to another character that made me go, wow. I think probably the skinny dipping was very funny.
Yes.
And I thought that kind of epitomised like the character development. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
But I loved Dancing Until Dawn as well. That was very sweet.
I had to say, I kind of liked the blackless dress and some way to wear it, because of where she wore it and what happened. I thought it was really cute and nice. But then it was kind of sad at the end of the night. But I think it was a good pivotal moment.
Yes.
In the book, and I think I really enjoyed that about it. So it sort of showed how she'd grown up and changed throughout the story, and sort of where Sloane fitted in her life now. That was quite good. Yeah. Interesting bit of the story. So that was question number 2. We're doing this differently to our normal buddy reviews, if you haven't noticed.
Adding a bit more formal structure.
And I still can't get rid of this American voice. Before we started filming, I pretended to be American, and
now it just keeps coming back.
I can't get rid of it. So I apologise. I'm not mocking any Americans, and I do apologise because half my words now sound English and half of them sound American, and this is how it kind of went when I came back from Canada, because I've been there for so long.
You're still doing it.
I know, it's so irritating. I don't know how to stop it anymore.
The problem is, the more you talk like that, the more I think I sound really English. So I'm like, oh, what the hell? Should we have some tea?
So yeah, I do apologise for that. And
she just can't shake it off. She's tried.
Okay, anyway, which character do you relate to most?
Well, I think you can't help but relate to Emily, but that's just, I think, because it's written in first person.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Is it?
Yes, it is.
So it's written in first person, and so because you're inside Emily's head, you can't help but relate to her. Although, having said that, I couldn't understand what she saw in this other character, and I found it very irritating.
Yeah. No, I would definitely say Emily. Not because she's the main character, although maybe, probably, possibly, but because she's very much like me. Very... Sort of at the beginning, she was how I was when I was 16, where I didn't want to do things, I didn't want to be adventurous, I didn't want to be spontaneous. I was like, no, I'm going to sit in my room and be on my own, and I'm good with that. Cool, awesome, thanks. And I never had the Sloane figure that she had, which obviously brought her out of her shell. I never had that friend who sort of, not until college, and then I made a really nice group of friends who sort of helped me come out a little bit more. But so in a way I can understand why she was friends with Sloane. She wanted someone to break her in the best way, but she actually chose the wrong friend to do it.
Although I think it's not atypical of kind of teen friendships and relationships anyway, is it? There's always
something that's gonna...
I think you're kind of developing your personality and your style and the way you see the world, and you're very much influenced by your friends.
Yeah. And I kind of I feel like sometimes I used to really get connected to someone, and then it would feel like the world was ended when things went wrong.
A very intense relationship, and actually at that moment in time they were perfect for you and for your development, but actually looking back at it with your adult eyes on, you can see that actually that relationship ran its course for a reason.
Yeah. So I definitely relate to Emily, and I really, really enjoy the journey shtick. I feel like I would have loved to do something like that where I was given a task, a list, and most of the time I've probably been like, no, I'm not going to do any of the list. But I feel like university, that was that for me. The university was my list. It sort of broke me and made me into this social butterfly that I am today.
And I think within the book it's very well explained that, you know, Emily is this more introverted character, but because the reason behind her actually performing those things on the list that she would never have otherwise dreamed of, that the reasons behind it were so kind of compelling and so in keeping with her character that you believe that actually she would put herself in these situations that would otherwise, you know, completely scare her.
Yeah, so okay, brilliant. The next question is, what item on the list have you or would you do? So for this one we've decided we're just going to list all the things we have done and possibly things that we may do.
Yeah.
Or may not do. Okay, so number one, kiss a stranger.
I've kissed strangers, yes.
Not
recently. Not since I've been married, but in my past.
Yeah, I have also kissed strangers, so you can cross that one off the list. Okay, 2, go skinny dipping.
No, I've not gone skinny dipping. I've gone topless swimming on a holiday, but I've never gone completely.
Would you?
If there was alcohol... No, oh, have I?
Yeah, it's low, but booktuber's a little bit more than you really thought you wanted to.
I remember my friends going skinny dipping. Did I go skinny dipping as well? Quite possibly. I might have to check on that. It might have involved alcohol, which I'm not recommending that you go swimming naked with alcohol, but, you know, holiday. Anyway.
So I'm going to be a prude. No, I haven't. No, I probably never will.
Okay.
Prudish, I know, I'm sorry. Anyway, 3, steal something.
Yes, in my very, very naughty past.
Yeah, I know. Stolen things, it's bad. Okay,
don't do kids.
Yeah, it's really bad. Get in trouble, it's not good. Okay, anyway, 4, break something.
I'm always breaking stuff. I haven't deliberately broken anything.
No.
Well, I do have 3 younger siblings, so it's quite possible I might have deliberately broken something in the past.
Apparently, here's a story for you. When I was younger, my sister had her favourite doll. Me being the most amazing sister in the world, found some Tipex and decided to Tipex the entire face of my sister's favourite doll. So I think she must have done something to irritate me. I'm not just a malicious person.
It's all good now. Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, number 5 is Penelope.
Not exactly, but I have lied about my age.
Okay. No.
Not even like to go drinking and stuff when you were younger?
Nope. The only time I lied about my age, and I don't know if this counts as me lying about my age, was when my parents were trying to get me as an under 5 when I was like 6. I don't know if that counts as me being lying about my age.
I'm looking really bad on this list. You're looking like, I'm Faye. And I'm like, I'm Caroline.
Okay, so 6. Ride a Durham horse, you cow pike, poke.
I have ridden a horse.
Yeah.
But I haven't ridden a...
Dern horse. I don't know what Dern horse is.
Is it like Durham as in like accent Durham? Or is it...
I think it's just like ride a horse.
Yeah, I've
probably the idea.
I've ridden a horse.
I've ridden horses. Horses are my favourite animals, so it was really great that I managed to ride horses.
I actually quite like horse smell.
Horse smell?
Well, not horse poo smell. You know, there's that, like the horse hair and then leather. Alright, I'm coming across really weird. Like, watch my views go. That's that weird, stealing, skinny, dipping eye, age-lying, horse-loving weirdo.
Okay, so I'm guessing neither of us have done this, but go to 55 S Street, S Avenue, and ask for Mona.
No, I've never asked for Mona.
Okay, so the backless dress.
I've never worn a backless dress.
Neither have I. Okay, would you?
Possibly. If I could find the right dress. Just the issue I have with backless clothing in general is just, like...
Support.
So, probably unlikely now, however, to wear a backless dress. So.
I don't know. I don't really wear dresses, so it'd be hard to imagine myself wearing a backless dress unless I ever get married. And I decide the wedding dress for me is one that's backless because I've got a veil, so it doesn't really matter. But,
hey,
yeah.
maybe.
I don't know. It's a maybe. I don't know. Okay. So 9, dance until dawn.
I've danced until dawn, yes.
Okay.
Have you?
Not that I'm aware of, unless drinking at a club and then kind of dancing until you go home counts, but I don't think it does. So, no. And I don't know that maybe a wedding, again, I guess would probably be the only time I can think I would do it, so, yeah. Share some secrets in the dark.
Yeah. The best time to share secrets.
It is. Yeah, I remember sleepovers. Always
yes.
that way. Okay. Hug a Jamie.
I've hugged Jamie's. Yep.
Yeah, me too. Jamies are awesome. Apple picking at night.
I've never picked apples at night.
I've never picked apples at night, but that is a reference specifically for this book, so
yeah.
It would be difficult to. And then lastly, sleep under the stars.
No, I've never slept under the stars.
Would you sleep under the stars?
I like to think that I would, but I really like my Temper mattress. And I don't like the idea of camping unless it involves beds and mattresses, so I doubt it.
Okay, what I used to camp all the time, which again isn't completely under the stars, and then one time my friends and I decided we would camp actually outside without a tent or anything. We sleep on her trampoline, which is great. We kind of came in halfway through the night, so I don't know if it even counts because we were just so cold, and then you roll into the middle of the person in the middle of the trampoline, and it didn't quite work.
Nice and warm.
Yeah, but then also quite uncomfortable, so it didn't quite work out, but I have technically slept under the stars. Technically.
Awesome. So this has kind of gone from being a Since You've Been Gone review to a...
yeah, talking about our lives.
To a
Good
Caroline and Faye
so
show.
Basically, we really enjoyed this book.
We did, indeed.
We think it had some really interesting list things going on with it that we've obviously told you what we would do and what we wouldn't, and shared a little bit about our lives.
So you need to read it so you can find out what Emily would do.
Exactly, and what Emily does. And what would Emily do?
W-W-E-D.
Yeah. So basically now we're going to give you some recommendations for other books to read that are like this.
Well, you have to read Amy M. Rogers' Epic Detour, also by Morgan Matson. It's just the same fantastic style, contemporary book. It has the brilliant musical lists in there. Yeah,
I was saying, I would also say Second Chance Summer, not that I've read it, but again, Morgan Matson, so how could you go wrong? And Sarah Dessen books, I think, would be a good book to read, because they're, contemporary and they're really good. And I just think any YA contemporary.
It kind of felt like a road trip book, but without actually going anywhere.
Yeah, and I think the best thing I like about this book is that it starts out until probably about, 80% of the way through, it is a friendship book.
Yes.
And I love that. It wasn't like focused on the guy and the guys and was this guy good for me, is this guy not? It was literally a self-discovery, and friend book. She was finding new friends. She was getting her groove on.
Finding
and
herself,
in the best way,
wasn't
finding
she?
herself. Yeah, I really like that. So any book that does that, I would recommend.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's everything about Since You've Been Gone. Now I get to tell you what you're going to be reading in next month, which is October.
Oh my goodness.
We're near the
Where's
end.
the year going?
Yeah, so
Scary.
if I give that to you. So the next book we want to read is
The Girl Who Never Was.
by Skylar Dorset. So we're really looking forward to this one. It's sort of a fairy tale-y one, I think, Faye. Sort of magical. So looks good.
And it's one of the books we picked up at BEA, so it's good to make a dent in that pile.
Yeah. So that's everything from us today. We will see you again in a month. Bye guys! Since you've been gone.
Since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. Since you've been gone, yeah, yeah.